Okay. What I want you to see here is our spacing as this ball gets played over the top. All right, so where are we in relation to our back line, which is here? And I feel like I should see you on screen because of our spacing. And you're well inside your box. So this is where the ball was played. You're inside your box. We need you at a minimum. You need to be on screen when this action starts. So we go back and look at it. And I had to flip the picture so I know it looks weird, but to get it to go in the screen. So, all right. I need to be seeing you out here. This should be easy. You should be able to control this, bring it down, and play. Okay? And if you get there earlier, you could probably take a touch and play Kosi out, or play to feet somewhere in these pockets. But certainly want you to think about your starting position there. Okay, so this is their free kick. And what we discuss is just no need for a wall here. If they're showing one down the line, if we're 1-to-1 here, fine. But if they're showing down the line, just move our player out wide and take that away. Much better to have the serve come from here than get into a dangerous area. We do well with it defensively. She gets bossed, but just something to think about. Okay, this is going to be their goal. As we step our line here, the biggest thing for me is, we need to make sure we're pressing here. Even it's a bad outlet, bad ball, mishit, but we're too far. As we're stepping up and these two are pressing, we got to make sure our midfielders are pressing as well. That's got to come from us, our voice, whether it be our center backs, goalkeeper. Here's where we need to have some composure. Our spacing, first of all, before we get to the composure piece, our spacing here. Okay. This player is going to receive the ball, and look at our spacing. This is center back, Bella, center back, Kosi, left back. In a straight line diagonal. There's no cover, right? So the ball is going to be played in here. Kosi's going to step here. Why? Don't know. But this is what we need to learn from. Kosi's going to step here. Bella's stepping. Jay is just still tucked here. So when this ball gets played, there's no depth, there's no cover. All right, Bella's keeping this player on. Kosi doesn't even see this player. She steps to this player. Ball over the top. Now, we're fine here. You've got to be screaming at Jay to bring this ball down and play back to you. All right? Because we're panicked. We need composure. Okay? She doesn't. She flicks it. And then we're, back into transitional defending. Okay? So we get turned. Spacing. Kosi does not need to be. I don't know why we're, first of all, this side of this player, but we need to be behind. Okay? Bella's cover. We need to be dropping in with her at this point. Look at where she's pointing. She wants to go right through this seam. Okay? Player gets cut. Okay? Now she doesn't get the ball. We're driving. Now we get stepped. I've talked to Bella about this recovery run. But Jay in this moment needs to be tucking in and recovering. We want the ball to go wide here because that's not where we're going to get punished. You need to be yelling at Jay to stay with the runner, and you can take anything in this scene. Okay? The run is more important. She turns and cuts. This is where Bella needs to be going with that runner. This player gets off Bella's shoulders. Bella gets squared, just like in goalkeeping. That's a no-no to get chipped. And then it's just our approach to the ball. And I talked about this. You go to the wrong side. We need to have our shoulders and our head going this side through the ball line, because if this player just frames the goal, which doesn't get much of a touch. The only thing in the way there is our feet rather than if our chest and our head are behind the ball there, that hits us rather than goes in with our feet. But a lot of moments leading up to that action that are certainly preventable, and just think a visual will help us. Okay, so this is going to be a ball played over the top as it gets flicked, and then right here. So as this ball bounces right here, we've got to be reacting as a group here. So Annika's facing the wrong way. You need to be screaming at her to just get back and in, right? We don't want anything going through this space. Now it's going to go over, but just a detail, okay? So we want her shoulders 45, dropping in just like back to bar footwork. We want Kosi giving cover. We want Bella dropping in. We want Jay dropping in as this ball is going to be played over the top. You need to be in that sprinter stance. I think you can start higher on this action, but I think you're ready for it. Ball's played. You can see Bella's jumping over the top. You can always, if you're out here, you can always, if this ball Bella misplays it, you can always go back if it's tighter to the striker. But still, look at Annika still facing the wrong way as Bella's going up. Or sorry, she does recover, but she's not connected is what I mean. So you do a really good job here on the front foot, but I think you just drop in a little bit too far. But having said that, you don't hesitate. Come out, clear it for us. It's a good action in the end. All right, so this is going to be our throw-in, and reason I'm showing you this is it's a theme, the active defending theme. I'm trying to instill in Annika's mindset, and I thought she did a much better job in this game actually of staying higher in these moments. But here's one in particular where a couple pieces we can maneuver. So we throw it in, and Jay gets it back, and this is what I want us to see. And I showed Annika this clip, but she needs to be pressed up higher. She doesn't have to be touch tight here, but just higher, because Jay's going to start going to goal, looking for a slip pass. Step Kosi up. Make sure we step on there. Anything that gets cleared up, we're in a good spot to win the ball here. Win the ball in here, right? And make sure we're balanced. So we're going to end up playing a slip ball. And look, the separation's getting bigger. Let's just say we don't hit it over right here as this shot happens. Let's say it gets deflected, which could easily happen. She hits it and it deflects here and goes right here. Now this player is going to turn on us for no reason. So that's what I want us to be thinking about. Too deep right here. Get up higher. Okay, so this happened a few times throughout the game. This one's a little bit higher than the other examples. So especially when it's deeper in our end and we have possession, this is something I want us to be thinking about. But when Bella turns, Kosi's in a space a space where you should be, not necessarily right here, but a little bit higher so that Kosi can get at the minimum out to these hash marks out here, okay? Because we want to be able, we close off the field by having this type of spacing. So you can be up here in this example, right? You can be up here, Kosi can be split wider so that when Kosi receives the ball, she can go forward immediately and attack the other side of the field. All right, so you're too deep. And so this happens well back here too with little pressure where basically you could be doing this job that Kosi's doing right here. So she's going to then force the ball down the central part of the field and we turn the ball over. If we're wider, we have better angles to play into. Okay, in this possession clip, we're not taking any pressure. So, okay, relax on the ball. We survey the field. Here's what I want you to understand as because I think you took some steps forward in this game from a possession standpoint, but this is what I want us to start to understand. Why take a touch forward there? Because, all right, so now we're going to invite pressure. We're moving into pressure. Just keep your foot on the ball. Let our players open up. I think Kosi can get a little bit wider here as well because she's moving into pressure. You can tell her, Kosi, wider. Annika, higher, wider. Okay? we can be looking to get the ball into these pockets here, but invite the pressure. All right, so we can receive the ball higher, but my point is you're taking touches into pressure. There was a glitch, a ghost came through the computer there. So you play out wide. We're gonna get it back. So here's what I mean about the communication piece. I actually told Kosi to get wider. Okay, there's no passing lane here. So watch this right here. That was me. All right, I'm not tooting my own horn. My point is that should be you, recognizing that she's not offering you anything, and she needs to move. Okay, she moves wider. Great pullback. You can even pull that back as we talk about manipulating the defender. You pull back and we play. You can even pull that back as she starts to go. See you later. Play Bella. It's 1v3 here. We're good, but I shouldn't be the one to be telling Kosi. Kosi should recognize that, but you're the quarterback. Tell your player where you want her to receive the ball, and we're out. Okay, so apologies here. I couldn't get this to flip the right way, so it's like all crazy. It's happened only a couple times, but I just want to look at this driven ball, and when you appear on the screen with your footwork. These are scary moments, right? We talk about back to bar, but watch when you come into play. So what we're looking for is body angled, open right shoulder forward probably on this one. So because it's going to be over our left shoulder. When you come into picture though, back pedal, back pedal, back pedal, jump. So it's not... Listen, it's not crossbar height, but if it were crossbar height and that was your footwork, we'd be in real big trouble. So I think if you take 3 or 4 quick drop steps and then, square up to catch, you're not even jumping. You're just taking this comfortably. I mean, this is not something we're going to have to deal with traffic or anything. This is a direct ball into us. So footwork. Another possession clip I want us to take a look at, and it's all about spacing. So we're once again like 3v1. Okay, so space kills. All right, in possession, attacking, space kills. What I want us to recognize is I like that you do that and shape up, but I mean Bella's like pointing the other way, right? She does not want this ball. She's not faced to want this ball. Before this happens, before you do this and before you do that, you've got to demand that Bella shapes up and sees the field and gets wider. It doesn't matter if Bella wants the ball to go to Kosi or not. If you're going to play, you're the quarterback. If you're going to play this ball, Bella, you've got to put Bella in a position to make her successful. I think Bella's got to be wider and shaped forward. Annika's got to be higher and wider. And then at the end of the day, if you can always pull that ball back, you're manipulating this defender. Instead of playing this, if you pull it back, you're going to shift her this way. You pull it back this way. You can still play Kosi. If there's more of a gap, you can play Annika. But the fact is we can't play this ball, and especially not behind Bella. It puts her in a bad spot, okay? And it's not like we can't recover. A little glitch there, but just something to understand. Okay, so on this one, it ends up being actually a very good ball and good decision on your part. When you first receive the ball in your hands, right away, bypass her. Get to the middle of the field. And, I mean, unless you see something you like in here, which you could very well play this ball now, right? They have only one defender on this side. So you could play this ball now and to KP and we're out. And I think you think about it. I don't know why this player deterred you. I mean, you can still play. All right, but you don't. So run to the center. All right. And then in possession here, Good. Stay on the ball. Stay on the ball, right? Don't right now, by turning this way, you're cutting off the field, right? So keep the ball at your feet, central. You can always pivot and go out, pivot and go up middle, pivot and go left, depending on how we manipulate these defenders. Ultimately, I think there's a chance to play this ball early, and then we kind of take that away with this run you'll see coming right here. But if you play it early, we're out here. I think that's the moment. But in the end, you play a pretty good ball out into space, safe side, and we keep possession. Okay, final clip here, another possession clip. So once again, one pressuring. They've got too high, chasing the game a little bit, but no real pressure here. I think once again, we're the ones that are telling Bella to get wider. Space is what's going to help us keep possession. Lack thereof is going to help them, right? So this becomes too close. So that movement was on us from the bench. That's got to come from you, and she's got to get get to an area where this player is irrelevant. And if she goes, that should open up space for Kate underneath as her 6. Okay? And then the last piece about this is she kind of takes an angle. First of all, I think we can check in if you need to be directing her to come to you. Hey, with your fingers, come here. She checks here, you play her, we're out to Bella, we're driving forward. All right, this is just puzzle pieces, right? Just play in, play out, we're good. Get some separation here. But we cannot play this ball with our left foot. It's got to be with our right foot if we're going to play it because of that. All right. That's 3-2 with 10 minutes left. Very dangerous. So once again, once you see her angling, this has got to happen for us, and this would be good to show Kate as well. Check into this space hard, and then we can play out to Bella. We need more options than just wide and wide, but Bella needs to drop in and find a better angle from the get-go. That's close.